Hello, everybody. I am Conquering History Games, and welcome to the State of the Channel live stream for 2021. We're just going to wait a little bit here before I start talking. Let some people come into the stream. But got plenty of stuff that I'm going to... Of course, my phone goes off the instant I begin streaming. Can everybody hear me okay, I hope? Howdy there, Dawned X. Hope everyone's doing okay this Friday night. Okay. Yes, as a matter of fact, that is Victoria 2 music. Hello. What's his face 3 Base Jedi. We got some different people than usual here today. So we're just gonna wait maybe until stream's been going for 5 minutes by my clock, and then we'll go ahead and get started. I'm not gonna actually give a formal speech, it's going, my fellow internet-ease people. But yeah, everyone can hear me okay. At least they can hear the desktop, all right. But we're gonna just talk about a lot of different plans that I have. I have a couple of notes in the other monitor here, but I'll be writing things down on the screen once the stream starts for real. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. And then we're going to end with some sneak peek footage of a video I worked on this afternoon. This was an idea that I had, like, it just kind of came to me one night a few weeks ago, and I kind of just put it in the filing cabinet, so to speak, and then I sort of remembered it today, and I thought, let me make that. I'm going to make that video, and so I whipped it up real quick. Do. Oh, nope. Yeah, so I hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, my fellow history and alt history gamers. It's been a difficult time for 2020. 2020 was very difficult, yet I am pleased to say that the state of the channel is strong. Okay, well, I think we can, after another minute or so, a little under a minute, we're going to go ahead and get started. And, I always put my live streams, let me double check that I actually did that, though. Excuse me. I always put my live streams in my live stream playlist that is easily accessible when you go to my channel. So, people can just go watch it back there. Let me go blow my nose and grab water, and then we'll get to it. shoot. I just got to arrange my seat here again. Yep, see, I'm glad I waited. We got a fair amount of people who are coming in right now. I think it's just because YouTube notifies people late. I've received complaints about it. Well, they're like, Carter History Games, what's wrong with you? But it's just that people have brought it up, that they don't get notified that I'm live for some time after I begin streaming, sometimes hours. But I'm glad you guys like the music. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started here. So, my fellow history and alt history gamers, but really, also let's make sure that the doggone phone's completely silent. Anybody can call me. Wants to call me. Gonna have to wait. It's like a sensor goes off for people. They're just like, he's streaming. I have to call him right now. So, fellow users of the internet, I am here to announce the state of our channel, meaning my channel, is strong, and then clap, 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 and that's all I've got scripted. So basically there's a few different things I want to talk about today. I want to talk about where the channel is, and how 2020 went, and then we're going to talk about 2021 plans, including returning games, freaking new games. No promises, though. I want to talk about upcoming campaigns. I want to talk about scheduling, things like that. Oh, 5th Crusade, I completely forgot. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I didn't do that today. I was doing a lot of other stuff. Completely slipped my mind. I'll try to remember to do that before actually, no, probably after this I'm going to be doing other things, but tomorrow I'll try to do it, yeah. Picture of Caesar at some point in 2021, maybe. I'm gonna put, single picture of Caesar, single just to taunt you all. Let me know if the background music is too high. Anyway, so I'm just kind of improvising this, and then at the end we're gonna do the fun thing. So let's talk about where the channel is now, and for that I need to go into my studio in the other tab, the YouTube studio, and we'll talk about like just where we are right now. So currently we are at, like, as of the time I'm typing this, it probably doesn't show this on my channel, but like I think from what I've noticed is it tells me what the what my current subscriber count is, like a day or two before you guys get an accurate reading or something like that. It just kind of seems like that to me. So currently, at the time of my speaking, we're at 24,845 subscribers. Now, if I was to look at my analytics, which I guess I'll do that right now, let's go to channel analytics and see where we were at the beginning of 2021. I think we were actually more or less in that same like region, for lack of a better word. Okay, no, that's a video view. Here we go. Subscribers by video, and then, or no. Let's look at it for yearly. Okay. So, line chart, bar chart. Okay, no, this is something else. Dang it, I really should have worked on this beforehand, but it's here. Subscription status. Used by subscription status. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Oh, here's the thing. Oh yeah, last 365 days. That's what I'm looking for. Used by video. Okay. I'm trying to find the thing that actually shows how many subscribers I had this time last year. And gosh, yeah, compared to year over year. I'm doing this in another monitor right now, live, of course. Not having a whole lot of luck here. But okay, but basically, from what I remember, last year at about this time, I was also at around 24,000 subscribers, looking like I was approaching 25,000, which is, no play button, but fair amount of subscribers. I think there's a lot of people in the world who would be very happy with that. I am. That always amazes me how many people have subscribed and want to watch my stuff, or at least be, occasionally notified about what it is I'm doing. But here was the thing. We basically stagnated at this number, and in fact, I think I brought up in October or something that we were going to do a celebration when we hit 25,000 subscribers, and at the time, we were at about 24,900 and something. Since then, I have lost subscribers, but we're gonna go into why that's not a big deal right now. So how did 2020 go? Well, essentially, first half was nothing. I don't want to go into it, but 2020 was for many people the worst year of my life. Began horribly. It was kind of like it was sort of some of you guys have heard me talk about this before, how I sometimes study the concept of the long 19th century, which is because, like, in a literal sense, the 19th century is a period of time that lasts 100 years. But, like, if you're studying 19th century Europe, conceptually, the long 19th century begins with the French Revolution in the 1700s, moving forward until 1914, or some people even extend it to the end of World War I. I think that's a little too far, personally, but so essentially, my 2020 was like the long 2020 because it started in many ways on Christmas 2019. That's when the shit hits the fan, and I just entered the worst year of my life. So from what I'm remembering, and haven't gone back and looked at the videos exactly, but I basically don't remember uploading anything during the first half of 2020, except maybe I would just occasionally throw up a couple of videos that I had backlogged, and that was it. Then somewhere around July, I kind of remember started recording again a little bit, and then, but really there was not really anything going on until about October. Late October, that's when I remember I just sat down and said, I'm going to really start working on this channel because the income from this channel, it isn't like a substitute. Well, maybe it could be one day, or in the future. Hold on a sec. It was essentially, it was just a little bit of extra money. Now, I've always been very happy with the channel, because even passively, it basically, quote unquote, pays for itself, in the sense that, like, the ad revenue has for years really been enough to cover minor bills. But I remember in late October, I really sat down and I told myself I wanted to start working on the channel again in a significant way. Number one, to satisfy you guys. Number two, because I felt that it was a creative outlet for me. Number three, it was a different way of playing video games. And then, of course, there was the income, which by the time I got to October, I wasn't in as desperate financial straits as I had been earlier in the year. but I kind of thought, you know what, this is maybe something that I should really invest some time, more time and effort into, like I used to, because I used to get. I'm not going to name numbers, by the way, guys, but there were times where I remember my I guess I was riding like a fad wave for a little bit where I was getting a pretty decent income from this channel. I think that was like 2018. So Arc Trooper South, I think you posted in the wrong chat or something. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove that comment. You guys can feel free to chat, by the way. I'm just kind of riffing. So late October, I started to actually hit it, and then I told myself I'm gonna see what happens if I'm putting at least a couple of hours a day, or averaging a couple of hours a day into the channel. See what that's gonna do for me. Yeah, and the YouTube algorithm is a thing that it's. You're absolutely right. It's not on my side. We all know that YouTube is very finicky. But I just wanted to see what would happen if I tried to record more, tried to put more of a focus on live streaming, because live streaming is something that I guess you could say, well, you're aiming at a smaller audience, because the only people who are knowing that you're live streaming typically are people who are already subscribed to you. But I actually think that ended up really working out for me, because I feel that I misspelled that, so I'm going to put like renewed dedication. That ended up kind of really working out for me, because I think that the quality of subscriber that I've had has significantly risen. Because if anybody here has been following me for many years, you guys would know that back when I was like a fad channel, a meme channel, like I didn't even mean to be, but like people would just come to like my Kaiserite guides, and they would just, because I don't know, I hate to use this as a verb this way, but they would just meme about in the comments section. Nobody was actually engaged in the videos. People would say things in the comments of videos that, and we're talking like 2017, 2018, which clearly indicated they weren't watching them at all. Viewership would significantly drop, like it would just fall off of a cliff very quickly after an episode or two, which is that's a phenomenon that's going to happen, but it was really extreme. I would be putting up half-hour long videos, and usually people were, and I still to this day do that, like half hour is my standard, but people would typically only watch 8 to 9 minutes of view time. So things like that, there was not actually a real quality sort of viewer on the channel. But once I started live streaming more, began interacting with people more, and I think just like putting more effort into the channel again, I've been noticing when I look at the analytics that a lot of things like that have significantly improved. Now, without getting too technical, let me kind of show you guys a quantifiable example of how I feel the quality of the freaking viewer, so to speak, has gone up. So I'm just pulling up something in the other monitor, and I'm going to show you guys the view count on my United States of America campaign that I was doing. I was doing in Hearts of Iron 4. The New Order. So just give me a second here. Just a hot second. That's the wrong playlist. Oh boy, can you guys tell I didn't like formally prepare for any of this? Whoops. Hold on. Okay. So like, let's say something like my, and by the way, I'm gonna be showing you my YouTube page. Just completely freaking ignore any recommendations that you see, because between me pulling up joke videos and that I have like every political ideology under the sun tagged on all my different videos, depending on what I'm playing, fascists or communists or liberals or conservatives or monarchists or whatever. YouTube has, for years, just had not a freaking clue what to do with my channel and what to recommend me. So don't judge me on any recommendations. I sure as hell don't understand them at all. So, dude, Twitch sucks, AJ. Where have you been? And it's getting worse every day. Arc Trooper. Focus. All right, so let's take for example here. This is the first episode of my Hearts of Iron for the New Order, United States of America #1 campaign, which I started last month. It's got about 4,300 views on the first video, which is notably less than I used to get. Used to get 5 digits on my first videos in a series. Of course, this also probably was hurt by that I had done USA live streams, just kind of testing the waters before I had uploaded this. So some people who just wanted me to see me play anything in the USA, they probably already gotten their fix, so they didn't want to see me do a pre-recorded one. But in any case, so it had 4,300. It's got 4,300 views on the first one. You go to the second one, it goes down to 3,000. Now, that is not a significant... Arc Trooper South, I'm about to time you out, I swear to God. Okay? So, that is not actually a significant drop at all when we're talking about proportions. So only 25% of people who saw my first video did not go and then watch the second one. For comparison, if you were to go to my hold on a sec, let's see, Teutonic Order campaign, which was like a very successful first video, I should say. So that one, this was hugely successful because I apparently was the only person on YouTube who played the Teutonic Knights. I got 131,905 views on this baby. You go to episode 2 though, and it immediately just plummets to 43,023 views. Yes, numerically more, but proportionally far less. So there is a higher quality of retention, which I'm very, very happy about. And I was actually commenting on somebody else's comment today that like it's so nice to see people actively engaged in the series. Yeah, there's still people who seem to have this weird problem where they are completely incapable of understanding that the series is pre-recorded, and so they keep asking me to do things that I can't. But otherwise, there's people discussing things that happen in the episode that are happening in the middle of the episode. Much, much better retention. Now, to just kind of give another example of what I'm talking about with like greater audience retention, if we go to episode 10, we've got 1,513 people still watching. Then you go to episode 11, and we've got 1,910 people still watching. So the number actually goes up from one video to another. And so what I think is kind of going on is that you've got people who they're not skimming, they're actually coming back maybe, like, because I know not everybody's got a half hour straight to watch a video, so maybe they're watching it, they leave, they come back, so it's getting more clicks and things like that. But again, that's showing greater engagement in the channel. So this is just like an anecdotal, well, it's not really anecdotal, it's a little bit quantifiable, but this is just one example of what I'm talking about, where we're seeing significantly more retention. And in fact, if we look over here, I didn't even plan for this, but look at that. Once this was 11, this is 1,900 views, then 12's got 2,000, then 2.2, then 2.4. So more people are getting involved in this campaign as it goes on, which might even be telling me that could be a case of people are like, okay, we know that Nixon's going to get impeached, which I've seen a lot of complaints about. People are going, I know that Nixon's going to be impeached. I don't want to watch him do the beginning of that. Fine, but I'm going to hop on board as soon as I know what path he's on. So we go, oh, he's going Kennedy into McCormick into Kennedy. Let's see what's happening there. So again, it's showing me an active audience. So I'm extremely happy with that. Now, again, I'm not going to talk about numbers, but in October, I basically was hitting it really hard for the last week. And then in November, there was, I'm trying to remember the percentage, but I think it was something like a 300%, there was something like a 300% increase in ad revenue. And that was without me even. I was trying to do something every day, but I wasn't always able to. But like, and yeah, I know the YouTube algorithm's not my friend, but it has been decent. Now December, I have not actually gotten paid by December, but from what I've seen, there's going to be a slight downtick in it. However, keep in mind, I was working like 12 hours a day every day for December, and yeah, I would sometimes, stuff. Yeah, I know YouTube doesn't like long series, and thumbnail changes also help, but I'm just talking generally. That's one example. There's a lot of other campaigns I've done that also reflect what I'm talking about. Bum number one. So December, even though I was live streaming significantly less compared to November, it looks like I'm going to be floating just under it from what the analytics are telling me. So yeah, November, December was very busy, because like, here was the thing, my year, from about March to late November, I was working 7 days a week, every single day, and that's not an exaggeration. For months and months, I did not have days off, and then, like, last week I had 5 days off in a row, and I was thinking I just had more days off there than I did in like 9 months of 2020. And I'm pretty sure a couple of those days I had off in 2020 were sick days. But then December hits, and because like at least those 7 days a week, I wasn't always working. Is the music too loud, guys? By the way, please let me know if it is. Like, before, where I'd sometimes have days where I was scheduled 4 hours a day. Once December hit and I was working for the post office during the holidays, during a pandemic, I was working 12 hours a day. And of course, I'm not. Let me be perfectly clear. I'm very pleased to have a job. I knew people who were unemployed in 2020. I know there's a lot of people who struggled in a lot of ways. So I was happy to work. I'm just explaining, how much time was being used up in my personal life compared to what could I do on the channel. So in December, I was working 12-hour days almost every single day for December. Yet I still was finding time to upload pre-recorded series. I was live streaming sometimes, so I feel that like December was busy, but time management was better. So that's really key, and that's something I want to continue to personally improve on going forward, is time management. Because the video I'm going to show at the end is probably not a great example of time management. Charlie Kickworth, Quitchoff said, "What's the best way to support you, CHG?" So let me be perfectly clear. I will never beg you guys for any money. I do have a job in the real world. I'm going to be fine. Honestly, ad revenue is great. If you wanted to directly support me, perhaps the best way would be super chats, actually. If you didn't want to do a super chat, you could also hit my Patreon, which I usually have linked in the description of every one of my pre-recorded series. Patreon's actually something I want to talk about. I'm going to actually have notes over here. I'm going to put it in all caps and bold it. So I don't forget to talk about Patreon before the end of the day, or before the end of the stream. So, but never feel like you have to support me, guys, like directly financially. Clicks, are, I guess, like, turn off your ad block for me if you have that on. But clicks is enough. Nobody feel pressured. Sidebar, as many of you know, I've been getting entertained by HoloLive the last couple of months. The first actual VTuber video I ever saw, unfortunately, I've never been able to find again. But it was I was just on the sidebar. Let's see here. I'm gonna like put it on here so that people aren't going, these notes don't make sense. So sidebar. Hold on. So, so it was this video, and somebody was just making a joke about how, like, 2D women are better than 3D women, and it was and they linked a video of this VTuber who somebody donated a huge amount of money to them, like almost 4 digits worth of dollars, and she just goes, okay, thank you, but now let's have a discussion about financial responsibility. And she just starts doing this like personal finance lecture out of nowhere. She's going, okay, ideally, and I know not everybody can do this, but ideally you want to spend 50 to 60% of your money on essentials like your rent, getting food, etc. And then you want to spend 20% on things for yourself personally, like getting nicer food or nice clothes or video games or whatever, just personal entertainment. And she's just going, and then she keeps breaking it down. And then I think at the end she was like, and then you'll have 5% left. Now that 5%, if you want to donate from there to me, that's your business, if you can afford it after you've done all the other stuff. And I just thought it was really, really funny. Just freaking personal finance lecture from a VTuber, and that was the first VTuber video I ever saw. Never have been able to find it again. Caesar Pizza 133. Hey Caesar, one of my subscribers named himself after you, and he's not in the room right now. Anyway, so sidebar's over. Can you guys tell I don't have like actual real notes or a plan? So anyway, so overall, 2020, obviously really shit, but took some control later. So let's talk about what the plans are for 2021. I'm wondering what order I should talk about these things. MacArthur Caesar! There's another one named after you! You're so popular! The cult of Caesar has begun. Or I should come up with like some alliterative way to say that. Caesar, the sect of Caesar. Anyway, so I guess let's talk about let's first talk about subscriber count, because that's going to actually drive a lot of what I'm talking about. So as I was saying before, we've basically been stuck floating underneath 25,000 subscribers all year, which is fine because the quality's gone up, but I would like to raise it a little bit, or perhaps what I'm about to propose to try to do by the end of 2021 is too much. It's too ambitious proportionally. But I would like to attempt to be at 30,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Which doesn't sound like not a lot. I know that there's like big meme channels out there that they could probably lose 30,000 overnight and they won't even notice. But the way I view it is that would mean over the course of this year finding 5,000 more people, 5,000 new people who are going to look at the channel and go, I like the games this guy plays, I like the way his content works, I want to know about him. And so we're going to try to, cultivate, again, a quality audience. Because I'm pretty sure that, like, I've been floating, but PewDiePie level subs, I'm pretty sure if PewDiePie lost 1 million subs, he wouldn't notice. But thank you, Kirby. But just again, kind of keep cultivating a quality sub level, because the last thing anybody ever wants, or at least that I ever want, is I never want to become a YouTube channel like freaking Epic Mealtime, which I don't even know if they still are up. Let me see, Epic Mealtime. But Epic Mealtime was a huge thing. I don't know if you guys remember, but okay, I'm looking it up now. They've got over 7 million subscribers, but when you look at their I just like opened a bump right now. The last video they did only got 64,000 people. So like if we were to like divide that, hold on. Let me simplify that fraction in the other tab. Give me a second. So like, yeah, freaking 65,000 over 7 million. Wait, did I do this math right? Let's see, that's it. Nope, I didn't. I added a couple of extra zeros, my bad. Okay, hold on, so... yeah, okay, so 65,000 is equivalent to, out of it, for every 1,400 people, only 13 will watch a video of theirs. So actually, if we were to simplify that even further, let's see, do it in a couple. Yeah, but you guys were saying, like, it's just this infinitesimally small amount of people who actually watch it. Let's see here. No, not the Cult of MacArthur. The Cult of Caesar is what we're looking for. My cat. Oh my gosh, donation. I didn't even consider that anybody was going to super chat during this stream. Like, I thought everybody was just going to attend a boring lecture. And okay, you know what we're going to put on here? We're going to put fix the widgets, because I don't know why there is this delay when people donate in the alert, because we're not seeing it right now, even as I speak. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable right now. There it is. Okay, Charlie Quitchoff. Thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. Ooh, 3 nice gold coins right into the cognac glass. Oh, you sent a couple silver tokens flying. Yeah, so we're gonna fix the widgets so that they're hopefully like instantaneous or something. Because it is really frustrating me, because there's been times where I don't notice a super chat in the live stream until it's probably been at least a few minutes until it's gone, and so for all I know, people think that like I'm ignoring them or something. So we're gonna try to fix that, and because I don't want anybody to think that I'm ignoring them, especially if there's somebody who's being very generous and donating. So subscriber count goal of 30,000. But, you know, keeping it quality. That's why we're not going to go for 1 million. I'm not going to ask you all to make an extra account, and just like everybody's going to have 10 fake accounts and get my subscriber count out for nothing. Let's talk about games that I plan on continuing to play in 2021. So let's get the obvious one out of the way. Hearts of Iron is going to stick around. By the way, is this font big enough for everybody? I feel like I should increase the size. Let's double it. Okay. So yeah, returning games that we're going to see is Hearts of Iron 4, obviously. So, what is this? Thank you very much, Franchan, who says, good luck with the year ahead from the MR/TMO team. TMO? What could that possibly be? Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry about that. Anyway, wearing headphones. So we're gonna do some Hearts of Iron 4, but what mods, you ask? Well, of course, we're gonna still have some Kaiserreich / Moe Reich coming along. And then we're gonna still do some more of the New Order. When we come to upcoming campaigns, I'll discuss like specific, like, because this is now, if you guys, this is what I was expecting people to do in the chat. If you wanted to suggest things that you would like for me to do over the course of the next year, please do so. Because I'm kind of making this stream and this like document for myself, so I have a way to like, you know, check myself down the line. Like, we'll check back in July or something. So yeah, we're gonna keep doing the New Order / anyway, we're gonna maybe try to look at some, you know, of course, also Equestria at War. Duh. It's got Equestria at War because it's a total conversion. I often think of it not as a Hearts of Iron 4 game because it's a completely different mod. So I was about to, you know, do this, like have Equestria at War. Yeah, but Equestria at War is its own thing, yeah. So anyway, Equestria at War. Equestria at Warriors. Yeah, so Equestria at War. Those are, you know, key ones. But we're gonna maybe also return to like some things that you know, like Red Flood, Führerreich, etc. You know, fan fiction. So then, other returning games that we're going to be looking at here. I want to do some, return to some Crusader Kings 2 achievements. Now, so the achievements, we need to finish Outramare, if I possibly can. I think that my save files are okay. I think that they've pretty much abandoned CK2. Not abandoned it, but it's like they're not paying a ton of attention to it. Like it's fine where it's at. If there's like anything serious, sure they'll update. But I'm pretty sure that I could still go in my save files. I'll have to check that. But if not, we'll work on some other achievements. Thank you very much, Mad Beast Yeti, for the donation in CAs. Suggestion, 1,000 week right. Reich. Yes, I have heard of this. We'll discuss that later. But achievement hunting is always very fun. I want to do also some like unique runs. And when I say unique, I mean that I don't think anybody else has done them. Now, admittedly, I've always said this, the more you do things on YouTube, the kind of less time you have to watch other people because you're making your own content. But a couple of ideas that I've had are I want to do the Jewish horse lords, the Khazars. Maybe do a world conquest, because I've never done that, and I think it's just one of those rites of passage that every Crusader Kings 2 player has to do at some point. That would be one hell of a run. And remember, none of these things are promises. These are just like ideas that I want to do. And you know what? Some of this I'm now realizing is kind of getting mixed up in upcoming campaigns. But anyway, so I would like to do something like a Jewish Horse Lords World Conquest. Or maybe do like a Jewish India, which I think would be quite interesting. Create a different, like, I don't know, would you call it like a state of Israel? It's like the thing where, there were ideas to create a Jewish state in Uganda or Madagascar and things like that. Because, well, when you play in India, there's actually an event early on where you can invite Jews into your kingdom typically. And when that event comes up, you can immediately convert. So you can you can spawn essentially a Jewish ruler in India. So things like that. So there's also non-Jewish ideas of things that I want to do. I've wanted to do an African empire thing, and I've got like some plans for that, which I don't want to get into right now. But try other different areas of the world other than hey, let's play Ireland for the 200th time. I love Ireland. Beautiful, beautiful island, tons of history. I want to do other stuff. Now, in terms of all other returning games, I want to bring back Total War. It's probably going to be medieval, mostly. And of course, a lot of this is going to depend on where my jobs going in the future. So I guess I should talk about this let's talk about this in scheduling. I want a regular, regular streaming / upload schedule. Anybody who's followed me for a long time knows that this is the bane of my existence. Very difficult to do, and the problem is this is dependent on real world time availability. So I'm misspelling everything today. Hey, good to see you back, Charlie. Now, I don't know if anybody was around for my really early morning stream. I've been applying for other jobs, even though I'm right now at the freaking I'm working at the friggin' post office, the U.S. Postal Service, although, another sidebar, I was delivering a parcel yesterday, I put it on this guy's porch, and I'm walking back to the van, and he opens the door behind me, and he just goes, "Hey, thanks, United States Retard Service," and I just I just turned and I'm like, okay, is he gonna like attack me or something? And like, no, I just kept walking. He just was scowling at me, and I just kept walking back to the van. I just thought, look, man, they just give me the boxes and tell me to deliver them. I don't know. I don't know if this shit was late or something. Didn't look late to me, but I'm sorry you're having a bad day. I just thought all that. I just walked away from it. Anyway, so the Postal Service, been loving it. Been loving like 95% of everything about that job. But the 5% is there's not really a regular schedule right now. So for those of you who are here in my early morning stream that I did today, I got an email while I was working where I've got a teaching job that they wanted me to interview for. Now, obviously, if I'm working a teaching job, my schedule is going to be much more regular, Monday to Friday, that kind of thing. So, and the pay is also going to be significantly better. So we're all going to pray to the entirety of the Greek pantheon, even the gods that hate each other. We're just going to say, like, hey, I heard the other god doesn't want Conquering History Games to get this job. So then we'll tell Poseidon that, and then like Hades will go. You got to work them against each other so we get this job. Anyway. So, teaching job, obviously, you guys can tell I would love to be a teacher, like formal in a classroom. That would be great. So, what would also be great about getting that kind of job? A pretty damn regular schedule that would let me to do this. So, we're going to have to kind of wait and see where this is going. But just pull out your rugs and pray to whichever deity you got, because that'll be good for me, and it'll be good for you guys. So anyway, but Medieval 2, I want to do expansions, I want to do mods. Like Total War, it's probably dead. Like nobody seems to care whenever I try to get these campaigns going, but I'm probably going to do live streams of this. Because what I've noticed is that I am kind of cultivating a more regular base of live streamers, or like live stream followers, people who come into them pretty regularly, who keep up with that. And I've definitely noticed that there's a lot of people who will come to live streams just because it's me. Doesn't really particularly matter what I do. And the most significant example of that I've seen was when I did my Empire Earth stream recently, which admittedly I got a little frustrated during. I wasn't very happy with that stream, and I think I took out a little frustration on the chat, so that was not nice. But just people coming in to see a live stream of Empire Earth, even if they don't necessarily know what it is. So we might live stream games that I want to play, and then people kind of go, oh, Conquering History Games is streaming something. And then they come in, and then maybe you guys discover new games, and then people get interested in it, and then it starts to get some traction. And, that's how we're going to bring back Empire Earth, baby. So we're gonna probably do that. Definitely a greater focus on live streams moving forward. Now, upcoming campaigns. Oh, actually, no. Let's talk about new games for a minute. Well, actually, this first one I was going to bring up probably qualifies as being over here. We're going to talk about Crusader Kings 3. Now, again, 2020, worst year of my life. Was not in a good headspace when Crusader Kings 3 came out. I actually thought I was not going to get a free copy because Paradox Interactive frequently supplies me with free copies of their games, which I'm always very thankful for. But I hadn't heard back from them about it. And I'm sure it's because they were busy. They were getting ready, and so they just hadn't emailed me back or whatever. But I ended up getting a free copy. And I tried to do that Scotland campaign, and I just didn't really get around to it. I also did my part in a multiplayer, the Succession game. There was like me and Pin Kitten and Sardis Gaming and others. And I really feel bad about what happened because I remember I was the first player in that Succession game, and then I died in like the 5th episode, and I was upset because I thought that wasn't going to look like a good series, and this is one that other people were pseudo-dependent on. So then I tried to roll back my save file and then continue past it, just in hope, try not to die. But then eventually I decided, no, that's not the spirit of the game. Like, I'm kind of screwing the next guy because then he has to deal with a child king, but like or duke, excuse me, but that's the spirit of the game. Anyway, those were the 2 campaigns. I was not happy with how either of them went, meaning on my part. The Succession game, you guys need to go check out the rest of. It's good stuff. But we're going to bring back Crusader Kings 3. Probably not vanilla. And let me tell you why. Because there are mods of it. So a couple in particular that I want to do is I want to do the Stormlight Archive mod. The Stormlight Archive is a fantasy series that is ongoing right now. The 4th book just came out a couple of months ago. I'm a fan of it. It's written by Brandon Sanderson, who's... I'm trying to think what's his most famous work. Probably Mistborn, I think. Would it be Mistborn? Yeah, it's probably Mistborn. Yeah, so he did Mistborn, but he was also the guy who finished up The Wheel of Time, so people hope that he's going to finish up A Song of Ice and Fire once George Martin dies. But that's not going to happen because Martin's going to burn his notes. He said it. He's going to have his wife burn his notes when he dies. But also, I think there is a quote somewhere where Brandon Sanderson actually said that he doesn't like A Song of Ice and Fire because it's just... Because Brandon Sanderson's a relatively clean guy in his writings. Like, there's violence and horrible shit all the time, but like, he's not somebody who deals with rape, things like that, and like extreme violence. So I think he's said that he doesn't like A Song of Ice and Fire. I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. So even if he got permission to, he's not going to finish it. So just give it up, nerds. It's never going to end. I'm as disappointed as any of you. So there's a mod for Crusader Kings 3 of the Stormlight Archive. I want to check that out. Also, Pharaohs, and I have to actually double check this. I should have done that earlier, but because it's been a couple months since I checked. But Pharaohs and Consoles, I believe, also has a CK3 mod that's ongoing. Oh yeah, that also reminds me. Up here on CK2, we cannot forget A Song of Ice and Fire, because that's always fun to play around in their specific scenarios. Yeah, so Pharaohs and Consoles, I believe it was Christmas 2000 and... Wait a minute. Was it 2019 or 2018? Jonas, we already went over that. Yes. Pharaohs and Consoles, it basically takes place during like the Assyrian Empire. And I believe they have a CK3 mod. And that was a fun, what do you call it? Oh, I'm blanking out. It's been a long day, and plus I was working. So the footage that I'm going to show you guys at the end of this stream is like a funny little video idea I had, and it's similar to something I did a couple of years ago, but that took me like 5 hours to make, and it took me a bit over 1 hour. So my arm and hands were literally cramping, just because I was trying to work so fast. Yeah, so what was I saying? So like I'm getting distracted by like my cramping hands. So Pharaohs and Consoles basically takes place during like the Assyrian Empire. There's ancient Greece in there and stuff. It's really interesting. I also wanted to I want to make sure that I spell this right, so I wrote it down. Or I guess I didn't. Hold on. Son of a bitch. Are you kidding me? Here it is. Yeah, I did write it down. I want to play Godhera. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Which is a fantasy mod that was written and is being directed by none other than the Pink Panzer. Hello, Salted Awful, by the way. The Pink Panzer, who, if you don't recognize the name, was one of the driving forces behind Hearts of Iron 4, The New Order, Last Days of Europe. He's not there now. I think he is. I think he has completely left The New Order, but of course it's a whole team. But God Hero is his new project, and I'm going to definitely play some of this. I have deliberately not been learning too much about it because I want to do maybe some blind live streams. So I think that covers all the returning game. Oh wait, no, yeah, just one more. Westnott. It's a fantastic turn-based game, and the only thing I ever hated about it was the randomness. It's not a letter. It's a space. It's the only thing I didn't like about it was the randomness. My God, I've been talking for almost an hour. All right, let's start speeding this up. I didn't like the randomness about it, but I got a no randomness mod. These are like relatively quick campaigns for the most part. They're easily divisible into live streams and pre-recorded series because they are like made up of scenarios. So like the longest one I think is a 24 scenario long campaign, and it takes place in this fantasy world. There's like elves and dwarves and orcs and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I think the longest one is 24 episodes, and honestly the first couple of those are basically tutorials. But Jesus, my freaking Hearts of Iron 4 USA campaign is going to end up being 40 videos long, so you guys obviously have no problem with long videos because you guys check them out. So Westnott. All right, let's get moving on. Now, new games. Let's talk about mods. You guys have been bringing up some of them, like CK2, After the End, which is for the After the End / After the End Europe, which I once tried to do a campaign of, but it failed miserably. So the After the End it's the mod that takes place in the United States, or like North America, I should say, after there was some sort of event that destroys civilization. And so, like, you know, you've got Mormons running around, and the Washingtonians, and then the British invade, I guess, after they unite, because they actually have a super strong empire out in Europe, and all sorts of stuff. So it's always been one of the most highly praised CK2 mods, but I have myself never actually played it, so I need to get around to doing that. Hello, shop file drive. So we wanna do that. EU4 not happening, guys. Sorry, EU4 has just never clicked with me. So I think that was the main one with CK2. At least that's what I'm seeing in my notes in terms of new stuff. Now, now let's talk Hearts of Iron. I want to be a little bit more willing to try experiments. So example, I heard about this and I went, you know what? I've always been somebody who has said Equestria at War is the best Total War conversion mod on the Steam Workshop. It was the first and continues to be the best to my knowledge. So when I heard and like I've always been frustrated that people will refuse to play it just because it's oh, there's a picture of a colorful pony. I hate it. I won't play it. Even though there's like political intrigue and stuff, and it's fucking amazing, and there's like great mechanics. And the code is great, so it actually runs fast, and you're not like dragging ass 5 years into the game like certain other mods. Anyway, so I heard about this particular mod, and I said, you know what? I've never heard of such a thing. I'm in. I don't even need to hear anymore. Sons of Mobius, aka the Sonic World mod. So we're gonna be trying stuff like that. Experiments. What the fuck? God, I'm typing horribly today. So yeah, that's the kind of stuff that we're gonna be seeing more of, maybe of Hearts of Iron 4, because the New Order, I didn't give the New Order a try for a super long time for reasons that had nothing to do with the developers or the mod. It had to do with the community. And then I started it, and I freaking loved it. Speaking of the New Order, we're going to try 1,000 Week Reich. And remember, this stuff's over the course of the year. You know, thank you very much, Josh Smith, for reminding me. Kaiser Redo. Try out some of the odder paths. Okay, yeah, so like 1,000 Week Reich is in there. Other new games. I want to start doing some RTSs more often. So that's going to mean... I'm going to start speeding up now. Empire Earth. Freaking AoE 2. For sure, even if it's just against the AI. Hoggers indeed, Corgi. AoE 2. maybe like Age of Mythology, stuff like that. We're gonna try some non-grand strategy. What would you say, like non-grand strategy? Did I really misspell grand? It's these fucking cramping hands. No, I don't have a Discord, and nor do I plan to maintain one. Non-grand strategy. Okay, hold on. Non-grand strategy games. So, what this means, for example, is Suzerain. I'm gonna pick that up. Freaking. This also means things like, you know, RTSs or stuff like. There's a game I have, Egypt Old Kingdom. You know, stuff like city builders. So, for example, Rise of the Middle Kingdom, which is a city builder game, which I actually I'm not entirely sure I can run this game on Windows 10 anymore. It's kind of older, but just as an example, like games where you're going through different historical dynasties. So like Rise of the Middle Kingdom is made by the same people who did Pharaoh, Cleopatra. So you go through like the Qing dynasty, the Tang dynasty, the Song, and etc. And you go through Chinese history, building cities along the way. Let's see, was there anything, what else have I got in my notes? You know, I'd like to see, and a lot of this stuff will be live streamed, guys. Trying to make my thing here. Chess! Let's get some chess going again on this channel. I once tried to do this a few years ago. It didn't really go anywhere. Let's try to make it happen, Captain. What else have we got here? Other new games that I was gonna bring up was yes. I'm glad you guys brought up Fallout New Vegas. So non-history or slant titles. You know, something like New Vegas is something that it takes place in the future in a science fiction world, right? But it has historical context because there's Caesar's Legion, right? So that would be an example of like a slant title I would be interested in. But something that I really have found useful over the last month, which, first off, thank you guys, because you guys are the ones who raised the money for it. I was able to get a capture card, CHG's Gambit. They all look suspiciously like Mikhail Tal moves. Is because something I was able to do because of you guys was get that capture card so I could play non-PC games, for example. So we started with my Super Mario 64 run, which I'm actually going to show you guys a clip of that for those of you who haven't seen it, because I'm no speed runner. But I think I can be pretty good. I can have my moments. Let me show you guys an example of that. Just an example of a highlight that you guys miss when you don't watch my non-history game streams. Check this out. I'm just imagining Cyberpunk 2077 on console. It's just freaking. It's a short clip. Minecraft world with Keanu Reeves. Okay. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to kind of loop it around. At least I'm trying, so we can get right over the cage. No, you stupid bird. It's not a tight enough turn. I'm not going to make it now. We can try one more pass. I should have timestamped this better. So you can't use the owl, okay, huh? Okay. Well, I'm conquering fucking history games. Watch this. Oh! That's how it's done! That's how the pros do it! So, just a tiny example of the epic gameplay you miss when you don't check out my non-history game streams. So, oh shoot, I just closed the live stream on my other monitor. So, and there's the what mod is this from Caesar Pizza, because that's a joke everyone makes for years at a time. But I really think it's been kind of good for my mental health to kind of sometimes do non-history stuff on the channel, and we just kind of chill. We play Super Mario or stuff like that. So like, you know, we've been doing Breath of the Wild lately, which has been fun. Other things that I want to get doing though is you know, of Rice and Ruin. freaking other Nintendo titles, you know, some indie games. Nothing too specific here, but we have fun. We have fun on the other stuff. Right now, I've been trying to sprint through Breath of the Wild because that's a long one, but in the future, it's going to be pulled back. We're probably not going to do daily. But just, you know, more stuff like that. You know, maybe I could finally get the true ending on this game. If you guys don't promise not to spoil it. What's left there to talk about? Upcoming campaigns. Yes. Time for some exciting stuff. So now I've been trying to slam through a lot of yeah, we're gonna end this soon. So like hopefully in the next like 5 to 10 minutes, I'm gonna finally show you guys the sneak peek footage. Goodness, there are so many people in this stream. Fantastic. I love it. Just here to hear me talk. Upcoming campaigns. Minecraft. Ooh, I don't know if Minecraft's the thing. For me, I'm not too good at that sort of stuff, but we'll stick to the city builders. But yeah, upcoming campaigns. As you guys know, I've been trying to slam through a ton of different series that I've been doing. I finished up the Wallace campaign. I finished up my pre-recorded USA campaign. I finished up the Griffey Host campaign in Equestria at War. I've been working on a Moe Right campaign that's a state secret at the moment. So that's pretty much done. I think I have like 2 more episodes to record. I'll probably do that tomorrow morning or something, or tomorrow afternoon. And then what else was I working on? I had like 6 different campaigns going on at the same time. But now everything is off my plate except for maybe an hour's worth of more content on that Moe Reich one. So now I'm free to discuss things that I'm definitely going to be doing going forward. So this is stuff that we can look forward to seeing in the near future, next month or so. 4 to 6 weeks. Play with your balls. That's what your mama's for, Salted Awful. Anyway, so we're going to definitely do some suzerain, which I'm spelling wrong and bolding unnecessarily. We're going to be seeing some suzerain. We're going to be seeing another Ahoy 4 TNO. We're going to see 2 campaigns. I'm going to do the Burgundy finally. I've managed to keep myself relatively blind to it. I actually don't know that. I know like the broad strokes with the bunkers and stuff, but I really want to go in there. This is going to be pre-recorded. This will not be live because I don't want to get excessive spoilers. But we're going to finally look at this horrible, horrible country that's so bad that its people will cry out to Hitler to liberate them. So definitely, we're going to check that out. We're going to be looking at a blind Comey campaign. And then there is also going to be another... Oh my god. Freaking 5th Crusade. I didn't mean to commit a murder. That's just old school banter, guys. Is that what Zoomers consider a murder now? Bullying needs to come back. So no, that's not true. Anyway, so we're gonna do a blind Comey campaign. Another warlord in Russia. To be determined, because I think there's another update coming up soon. Actually, possibly 2, almost back to back. So we're going to have to see. I don't want to name who it is going to be besides Comey. It might be Yagoda. It might be the West Russian Revolutionary Front. It might be Magadan into like an Outer Heaven campaign. So we've got those to look forward to. CK2 will resume. And let's see, was there anything else in particular that I wanted to do? Oh yeah, and Westnott. So this is the plan. This is the immediate plan for the next 4 to 6 weeks. You're going to notice there's no Equestria at War on there. I don't know what it is I actually want to do yet right now. But also, as you can see, 3 of these are still Hearts of Iron 4 campaigns, and I'm trying to re-diversify because I kind of compacted back to Hearts of Iron 4 for the last couple of months. And so I want to re-diversify going forward. And then finally, just the last thing, more guides. Okay, just over the next year, more guides, more funny videos. Now, I'm not going to become a full-blown epic memer, freaking Isaros production, talking about, oh, look at Belgium, look at what Belgium did, even though I did do a Belgian joke many years ago. But, you know, that's not going to be me. I'm not going to be somebody like Alex the Rambler or Isaros Productions. And you know what? I got no problem with those guys. In fact, good for them. I'm sure they make billions. But that's just not me. I don't have the personality to do that kind of stuff. But I do think that I have a certain sense of humor that some people enjoy. At least from what I've seen on live streams, people sometimes really like my shit. Yeah, you know what? I got this. Yeah. Dude, 5th Crusade. At some point in 2021, I'll try to take a single picture of my cat. Maybe. Possibly. Maybe. No, seriously, I'll try to remember to do that. Just so you guys can put a face to him. So, that's it. Holy crap, this went way longer than I thought. You guys have been extraordinarily patient. Oh my god, there's over 100 of you in the chat right now. But it's time for the moment of truth. I'm going to show you guys the little thing that I whipped up in my during my afternoon. The thing that I did super fast, like my hands were cramping. Seriously, I almost want to go to the store and get a banana after this. Why did this hurt me more than work? So let me pull this up. I don't know. I'll probably put this live on Monday or something. Where is it? Oh yeah, I have it at private, so I gotta go to the studio. Now, be warned, there are enormous spoilers for the Hearts of Iron 4 United States of America. Not my campaign, because it's about Bobby Kennedy, and he's already dead in my campaign, but this is the other paths he could potentially take. So it's going to be 4 minutes long, and once we're done, we're going to then, I will perhaps, if you guys like it, play an alternate version of it. So, yeah, brace yourselves. This is, well, it's a doggone shitpost. I don't know how else to put it. Alright, and I'm going to mute my mic because I'm a freaking lunatic. I'm the kind of person who laughs at their own humor a lot, so as I was working on this, I was just constantly giggling and laughing. I must have, if there was a camera in my office, I'd look like a fucking lunatic. So I hope that the balance of the audio is good. Sorry if it's not. And again, I'm going to mute my mic. And actually, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I'm going to mute my mic for a second, and then we'll start. Okay, get your piss buckets ready because the laughter. I'm hyping this up too much. But seriously though, get your volume ready because I did not test how this was going to sound coming through the desktop audio this way. So here we go.
Won't you tell me, please just tell me, explain how this should work. Well, now what could it be that lives inside of me? I'm broken, lying, helpless, shattered, surrounded by the world. And yet you're smiling bright, completely blind to life. My ruptured lungs, they were left this way. For once I'm out of breath. The truth I seek never felt so bleak, but I maintain my depth. Freeze, unbreakable, unbreakable. I'm shaking it, unshakable, until the day that you find me. I'll stand here existing and feeling wretched existence, consuming my force till I grow distant. Don't bother searching for soul. once I start changing, yeah, everything's remaining. These lies I felt would join as one, they fade away before they've begun. Unbreakable, unbreakable, I'm shaking yet unshakable, until we sense the contamination. Stand here existing and feeling wretched existence, consuming life force till I grow distant. Don't bother searching for somebody like me. I'm feeding no one. This foolish face held into place by someone crazy shall melt away like on the day as things get hazy. So please think of me the way I used to be, and who I really should be. So don't forget me. You can't forget me. You won't forget me. Please don't forget me. I'm changing inside. I'm completely paralyzed. Remaining around as I wait for paradise. Remember the me the way I used to be. Oh, won't you tell? Oh, please just tell. Well, now who could it be that lives inside of me?
Oh man, I gave myself a headache like on the laughter. Just let me look at the chat. Yes, that was Unravel from Tokyo Ghoul. Why did I use the dub version? I don't think that's an official version. That was a version I found on YouTube done by somebody called Kiyoumi. When I post it, I'll put all the relevant just links in the description. But let's see what else here. Hopo Police Ako. I don't know. I freaking thought that was hysterical. The whole punished RFK. It was just this idea I had. Like, actually, it was late and I had been drinking and I was tired. And I just I don't know what it clicked in my mind while I was talking with on Discord with one of the developers, the guy who wrote the Wallace localization. And then I was aware of the song from when Ina from HoloLive sang it, and like people were making the jokes with it, like the Ame's Life is Pain video and stuff, and so really cool. I guess it's cool, but the script is cool, punished RFK, but freaking yeah, I just thought it was funny. Is anyone? Well, if you guys liked it, I could always play it with, because I was really stuck between doing the English version or doing the Japanese one sung by Ina from HoloLive, where she does stumble on the paralyzed line towards the end, but I thought that might have been funnier. But on the other hand, you guys wouldn't know Japanese, so unless you specifically knew the song kind of well, you wouldn't really get the humor. But yeah, poor Bobby Kennedy, he just wants to make a better America. And the goddamn KKK won't let him do it, so he's got to kill them all. But that might have been a little weird, but I thought it was funny. Damn it. Anyway, freaking. So, what do you guys think? I'm gonna then call it a stream here, but I could play it with the Japanese backing, and then we can call it a day if you guys want. It's up to y'all. Hey, there's Zazzles. Although I don't know if it's good how the timing will be. Let's see. Plot twist: RBK was actually shot instead of JFK, so he takes his brother's face and goes big against racism. Goodness. The JFK conspiracy nobody ever considered. I'll have to bring that up with a friend of mine who likes those kinds of things. I got a couple friends who like those kinds of things. But you see, if that's what happened in real life, then so did JFK almost get shot twice? So, like, if JFK was actually Bobby, then JFK did get got anyway, because he was in Bobby's body when he got shot in California. Excuse me. Goodness, that was weird. But anyway, good state of the channel. Didn't expect it to go this long, and I'll post that video for real probably on Monday. It says face off, exactly, Zassels. So thank you. Yeah, nobody else wants to see the thing. So thank you very much. I'm Conquering History Games, and remember, none of these things are promises. These are just kind of a game plan and I'm gonna save this document and kind of refer to it to kind of keep myself on track as the year goes by, see what it is when I'm doing, try to ask myself if, if I'm not doing these things that I said I'm doing, I better have a good reason for it, like something really cool came up. But all I will say is we're going to try to get this done in March-ish because the remake is going to come out, and I'm not really somebody who buys new games typically, like a single game for $60, but that might be the one for the score, if nothing else. Shit. Let's see. Oh, Dead Dynamite, you want Japan for the full curse? Okay. We'll do it for him. So that's going to be the outro, and then we'll call it a day. Hold on. I got to pull up the other audio then. I don't know how well it's going to sync up. Okay. I'm going to have to, like, click one then the other, like, right on top of each other. Oh, shit. No, don't play yet, damn it. All right. Here we go. No, not with the tip jar. I put the tip jar away so that you guys can actually see. No, stop it, you. Okay, here we go. Uh-huh. Play and play. Go! All right, I'm going to mute myself again. また帰らなかった二つか絡むる二人が滅びる壊せる壊せない震える狂わないあなたの怪我せないよ揺れて浮かんだ世界にだんだん僕は過ぎ去って見えなくて見つけないで僕のことを見つめないで誰かが仕組んだ孤独な罠に未来が踊ってしまえ前に思い出して僕のことを
僕の中に誰かいるの
All right, enough silliness. Yeah, let's actually end the stream now. So thank you very much for that didn't go very well. I think that Ina's version is a couple beats per minute faster, so it ends up getting off. Boy, the bass in that is dirty though, isn't it? So thanks everybody for joining me on the stream. The state of the channel is strong, and also thank you especially for those of you who donated during it. That was crazy. So y'all have a good one and a good night and a good 2012. I'll see you around. Bye.